Yeah, that's true. All right, man. So this is Tre Mars back again with Inside the Vibes. We here with Alfred Banks right here. He about to go in there and chill. About to do some dope shit at Local 506.
Dude, stirring my tea with a chopstick. Because we lit out here.
Yeah, got a little bit of that honey in there as well. You ready for this show? Most definitely. All right, man. So I'm about to start it off a little simple. Just what city you from? You said you're from New Orleans, right?
Born and raised New Orleans, Louisiana, man. Uptown to be exact.
Okay, you know? Uptown, that's dope. So you be out there for all the Mardi Gras and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I try to get out of the city for Mardi Gras.
Right, and get busy.
Yeah, man, I don't really like Mardi Gras.
Really?
I love my city.
Why don't you like Mardi Gras?
It's a lot.
Too many people
It'll be
from
like
different
half
areas.
a million people all in like a 30-block radius. It's a lot.
It's hard to even just walk through sometimes, right?
It's ridiculous, so I don't really like it. I try my best to get out the city every single time I get a chance. But yeah, I love it, man. I love the city for sure.
I feel that. Yeah, I remember I was watching something on Cops when it was over there, and so I know like the biggest thing is like, you know, flashing for beads.
It's not really a real thing.
Yeah, that's not.
It's not really a real thing.
Really?
Nah, that's some novelty stuff that kind of went away.
Right.
Mid '90s.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, every now and again you might see
it, but the Cops was on it. Like every time something happened, they would hit them for indecent exposure.
Nobody.
You gotta be safe out there now.
Ain't nobody getting away with that.
Yeah, that's just so funny to me. Like that. Like since I'm not from New Orleans, you're from New Orleans, so you kind of already had an understanding about what's going on in the city.
For sure.
You know, me, I'm like, oh my God, if I go to Mardi Gras, I'm gonna see some titties.
Yeah, people come down thinking it's Babylon.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm sorry, that was not aesthetic. I put it down.
I like it though. It was okay.
I appreciate it. Yeah, man. You know, people come to New Orleans or go to New Orleans thinking it's Babylon.
Yeah.
So you know, people think that everything is just everything.
Yeah, just do what they want.
You can still go to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That would suck. So you from like California, and then you get arrested in New Orleans. You got to catch your flight at 5 a.m. and you ain't even leaving until 5 p.m. the next day. That would suck. Yeah, that would be a whole thing. So you said how long you been making music?
10 years now.
About 10 years.
Made my decade.
Since 09. Okay.
Yeah.
What was your first record you released?
First project I ever put out was a project called Blueology.
Okay. What was it again?
It's called Blueology.
Blueology. What does that represent?
It's my favorite color.
Blue.
And you know, I don't know. I feel like blue is like a universal color. It could be sad. It could be smooth and happy. It could be calm. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I felt my music was at the time. It was like, it could kind of be anything.
Yeah, kind of like because blue also represents like water, like the throat chakra, so free expression. You know, like feeling free, universal.
So like for me, that's what blue kind of stood for. But I was also like 17 years old, and it just sounded really cool.
True. I like Blueology.
Good job.
Okay, and you graduated in 09?
Yeah.
Okay, in New Orleans?
Yeah, I graduated from Helen Cox High School.
Okay, you play sports?
I did. Well, I mean, yeah, but not like organized.
Right.
I graduated, there's a guy named Greg Monroe.
Okay.
He graduated like a year before me. He went on to play for the Celtics, the Pistons, Raptors, and I believe he's overseas now. So
oh, wow.
He's probably the most famous dude to kind of come from our school.
That's dope. Okay, so you said you started making music in 09. What were you listening to at that time that really got you into it?
Mickey Fax.
Word.
Charles Hamilton. Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah.
MF Doom.
Okay.
That was really it, to be honest. Like MGMT, Passion Pit, The Darkness.
What's The Darkness?
It's a band. They did like I won't say rock, just rock. They did rock. They got a record called what was the joint? I forget. I can't even attempt to sing the song. Voice.
Yeah, no, it's all
they had
good.
a fire record.
Word.
Under the influence of Giants, OK Go. That's who 88 Keys. That's who I was really listening to.
Okay.
Back in 09.
That's dope. Man, I like that, man. So basically then, since you've been listening to Mickey Fax, I mean, I guess you kind of manifested your way in.
For sure.
You know, so that's super cool. You know, you got inspiration by you all the time. You know.
For sure, man. Yeah, it was like a full circle. I met him in 09. We did a cypher. He came down and he was on tour with NERD.
Okay.
We did a in-store, and he was freestyling, and I just ran up in the spot and started freestyling.
Yeah.
And met him, and 10 years later, this is our third time touring together.
Word.
So, yeah.
Was you with them with Lupe?
No. Okay. Whenever I tour with him, it's me and him.
Oh, okay. Y'all drove that van?
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, the first time I toured with him, we had like this big joint.
Yeah, tour bus or whatever.
And the second time was last year. I did 10 cities. And then this time we're doing 12 cities. We're actually on tour with a guy named Mega Ran.
Yeah, that was the other dude, right?
Yeah, but he had to
couldn't make it today.
Fly back to Phoenix. He's doing like a residency DJ thing at a spot. So
Where
he's gonna fly back into the tour
for the next shop. Okay. Cool, man. Let's see, man. How do you think the rap game's really improved over the years, just from what you see 2009 to 10 years later?
It's easier to get in. You can really carve out your own lane. I think people are more open to a lot of different things now. Some of my favorite rappers are doing things that at the time weren't cool, and then 10 years later, it's the in thing. So, it's kind of, that's a gift and a curse, actually, seeing people that used to get ridiculed for things not being recognized for bringing the thing in while everyone else is doing the thing now. It's weird.
Right.
But it's wide open. It's a wide open field right now. I think everyone can kind of just find their lane.
Yeah, I feel like everybody trying to rap today. But I feel like you do have to give that credibility to your, kind of like your ancestors, the people that really brought it in for us, you know what I'm saying? Like the old school hip hop artists, everybody from back in the day, people that inspire you today. I mean, I feel like we still get a lot of that, from them, like you say, it's a cycle, so it always comes back around.
It's a big old circle.
All right. But that's cool, man. I think that's how music should be, music. There's a book that I read called Still Like an Artist. It's this small square book, and basically it tells us how things from back in the day are what inspires us today, and sometimes a lot of the stuff that we learn about has already been done, so we're basically
no such thing as something new.
Yeah,
everyone's just
reshaping it, right?
You know what I mean? Just taking the wheel and turning it into a diamond, and turning it into a square.
Exactly.
It's just something new, you know what I mean? But it's been done already.
True. All right, man. So your last album that you had was
Road to a Rolex.
Yeah,
no doubt.
It was dope.
Thank you.
I do like it. Let's see. So how do you Okay, so let's kind of talk about your album name, right? Is that kind of because I know Rolexes are expensive, you know what I'm saying? Are you saying you're on the road to just becoming wealthy in a way by putting Rolex there? Because then you could afford a Rolex then.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna save up for a watch.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
So I just want to get to a place where I could cop a $20,000 watch and it matters none. So it's just a grind. Because I feel like being a independent artist making music that isn't necessarily mainstream. People think that when you're in my boat, you're automatically broke. You're automatically starving artist, desperate for attention. That's not the case.
Right.
So for me, my goal is to get straight off of this stuff. We're headed in the right direction.
Right.
And for me, a goal, because my grandpa had a Rolex that I was supposed to get, but just never, whatever. But that's gonna be one of my goals in a sense. That'll be one of my landmarks. I'll say that lets me know I'm headed in the right direction.
Right.
And I can cop one, and it's all love.
Right.
Yeah, Road to a Rolex, that's my baby. Because I dropped an album called The Beautiful before that, and that album was more serious. It talks about mental health and my brother's struggle with schizophrenia.
Okay.
His ultimate suicide because of it. So with this project, I wanted to kind of have more fun. I just wanted to kind of, give people music they could ride to. Because The Beautiful was very conceptually driven.
That was in 2017, right?
Indeed. And we charted on Billboard with that. We charted on iTunes with that. Number 12 overall albums.
That's dope.
Independent, you know what I'm saying? Which was really, really cool.
Dope.
People really supported that.
That's dope.
For this one, I wanted to come back around and just give people something to ride to, something to just listen to, not so serious of a topic.
Right. Something to make y'all feel free.
Yes.
That's it. All right, man. So I know you probably on your marketing game since you really trying to profit from music. What do you say has helped you live off music?
I did a Volkswagen commercial. They paid me a lot of money for it.
So you did some car stuff too? I know Mickey Fast did Honda.
Complete iron.
That's cool.
Complete iron.
You did something on Netflix also?
Yeah.
What was that?
There's a movie called Burning Sands on Netflix.
What was it called?
Burning Sands.
Burning Sands.
Yeah, it's about the black experience and fraternity life.
Okay.
And they licensed my song Underdog Syndrome, which is really cool. And There's also a movie out right now called Black and Blue that I have a song in as well. My song Homecoming. Same song that was in the car commercials in that movie as well. So those things have helped me live off music.
That's dope.
Also, I tour a lot. I get booked for a lot of shows. I do features. Just the normal stuff. But me, and I do consultations as well.
Okay.
I like to talk to artists about how to start touring, how to, get licensing, how to get sponsors, how to get free stuff from people, and things like that. And we do things like that. So just having multiple irons in the fire kind of helps keep everything going.
That's dope, man. So Underdog Central. What does that really represent? Because I know that's like your
Underdog
group.
Central is the place where the overlooked go to hone their skills to come back and become the admired.
Okay.
So for me, when I first came out, I was a little rough around the edges. People weren't really checking for what I had going on, and I had to kind of go back into my proverbial bat cave and perfect what I did. And that mental space that I was in, or whatever, is just like it's Underdog Central. It's just like a metaphor for really perfecting your thing.
Right.
It's okay being an underdog because you're always coming from behind. So when you win, it's a bigger deal.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I love being an underdog because sometimes I'm the most accomplished person in the room and nobody knows who I am.
Right.
So
do you feel like you're overlooked in any way? Or?
For sure.
Okay.
I know at least coming out of New Orleans, I am the most underrated rapper from my city.
Word.
If you put my track list up against anybody, I'm what?
Yeah. No, I like your lyricism.
I've toured the world. I have songs in car commercials, movies. I was a brand ambassador for Mountain Dew last year, which was really cool. I just locked in a sponsorship with Express, which is really dope.
Okay. The clothing company?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I did a photo shoot. We'll be posting more of that later.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
I've done a lot of really cool things. Like I just done a lot. So like. But I am overrated. I am very
underrated.
Very overlooked. So that kind of puts a bit of a chip on my shoulder, but not cocky. Just more like I'm ready to prove myself.
Right. But I think you're still pretty comfortable at where you at because
for sure.
A lot of times like there are levels and we always trying to reach the next level.
For sure.
But it really depends on what you do at that level. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna get
yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
It's whatever legacy you leave. And speaking of that, that was a question that I have to ask. So a deep question I thought of earlier. It's so what would you want to leave for the next generation to come that they're gonna want to leave for the next generation?
I just want everyone to look at me and go, man, look how that dude got what he got with nothing, from nothing. I used to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? I never been signed to a label in my life, like no major label.
You still indie right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I never had financial backing. I was never a cool kid. I never had cosigns by anybody. I just recently started getting cosigns by people, and they're not even hip hop cosigns. It's just like, they're just big people. But I came in the game with no cosign, no backing, no label, no real support, and I just worked. I worked really hard for 10 years to make my thing happen, and that's the kind of hard work I want people to emulate. You know what I mean? Don't emulate how I dress. Don't emulate how I rap. Emulate how I work.
Right.
And hopefully you'll find the same results. You know what I'm saying? Just work hard, bro. And I just want people to always remember that I work hard, and you could do it too. If I could do it, you can do it. Not like what I do is easy to do. It's just I did it from nothing. And if you come from nothing and you put your mind to it, work your butt off, you can do it too.
Right. Anything's possible. Especially now. So many different places, so many avenues.
For sure.
Dope.
There's no more excuses.
Yep. So I heard you skate also, right? So
I used to skate.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Yeah, but back in 2009, 2010.
Me too.
I fractured my ankle in 2011, so
really?
I cut it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew how to ollie.
Right. I was about to say, what was your favorite trip? You shove it, right? Shove it.
Tray flip joint.
Okay.
Fire. Pop shove it always looks good when you like
doing off something.
Basic trick, but just looks fly when you flip it and make it look fly, But I used to jump off sets. The biggest set I ever did was like a 6 set.
Okay.
Did like a little ollie joint, the 6 set.
Nice.
But I tried to I tried it. There was like this gap, probably like a 5-foot gap.
Okay.
I hit it, and when I ollied, my foot flicked by mistake, so I almost
did a kickflip. Yeah.
So when I tried to like
land it, stick it or whatever,
I rolled my ankle and I fractured my shit.
Did you land on the board or?
Yeah, like I rolled out under me.
Yeah.
Somehow it rolled out under me enough to where my foot was still like down.
Yeah.
So my body did the same motion.
Yeah.
And I rolled my shit.
Ouch.
Super sucked. Man.
Yeah.
I put the board down after that.
Right. Yeah. One of my homies actually broke his foot, and he was out for like a good year and a half. But he tried to come back. He actually had surgery, and they put like nails and stuff in his
he
ankle.
really broke his joint.
Yeah. Nah. He fucked it up, bro. And then he was just. Like he got back on the board though and started skating, and he just kept going, just kept pushing, and by skating continuously, it actually kind of built the muscle back up in his ankle. But every once in a while, he'd still like, hit his ankle real quick and be like, start crying and screaming. I'm like, dang, when you have surgery on something, when you break something, sometimes the healing aspect is real hard to come back from.
And also, you'll never be the same.
Exactly.
So like
that flick ain't gonna be where it used to be.
Nah, man, I had to cut it on out, bro.
Right.
I play basketball too, so like that's my shit. Like,
Okay.
I play ball. But yeah, I had to put the board down, man. That was my baby, though. I really love skating.
Yeah.
I used to skate I used to go to college. I used to skate to school every day, shit like that. So it was fun.
Yup. All right, man. So I got one more question for you, brother. I like this interview. When's your next album coming out, man?
My next project is this band that I work with a lot. They're called Tank and the Bangers. The saxophone player in there, shout out to them, they're Grammy nominated this year, which is really, really cool.
Nice.
They're nominated for Best New Artist, which is amazing. That's like one of the main categories.
Yeah.
Like
They're up there.
They're gonna be on TV.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And I think they might win too. It'd be crazy if they did. But anyway, the saxophone player in that group, his name is Alfred Banks.
Okay.
So when I toured with them a bunch this year, I did Canada with them. I've done probably like 30 shows with them this year. But really in Canada, we started vibing like kind of crazy. And so we got in the studio one day, and I didn't know, but he produces. And so he just sent me wild beats. I wrote to him, we knocked them out. So we got an EP coming out. The EP is called I Don't Wear Suits. And it's something completely different from what I do. So like I'm still rhyming on it, but I'm singing on it. I'm writing. I'm just doing some writing that people have never heard from me, like ever. And I played it for Fax and my man Mega Ram. And they both were like, yo, this is some of the best shit I've ever heard from you, man. So I'm very excited about it. So the name of the group is called Sax Kicks Ave, SAXKIXAVE. He plays saxophone. I'm a big sneaker enthusiast, so Sax Kicks Ave. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so excited about it, bro. Like I really think people are gonna enjoy this. That's what we're jumping headfirst into for 2020.
Okay.
I got my first little situation in the works with that, so y'all be hearing about that real soon. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got. But my next solo album will probably come out later in the year. After
Later in
that,
the year? Okay.
We're gonna really jump headfirst into this Sax Kicks Ave thing, and then when I come back around, we'll figure that part out.
That's cool though, because you're working with a ton of people.
Yeah, man. Well, pretty much my entire catalog is produced by a guy named Caesar, CZA.
Okay.
CZA Bunchy on Instagram and Twitter. That's my best friend. I've been with him since 06. And so he produced literally 91% of every, like the Road to a Rolex joint, he produced that entire project. The Beautiful, he produced that entire project.
Okay.
Every song pretty much I got licensed, he's produced, you know what I'm saying? So that's my man, but I stretched out this go round. Just to talk to my man Albert, and we got something going.
All right.
I'm very excited about it.
Dope, bro. Dope. But like I said, my name is Tre Mars, man. We here with Inside the Vibes, and this is Alfred Banks. Yeah, man, we looking forward to his show tonight. Peace out.